what I started to do was I started to like do a pre-order a solution called pre-order where if you wanted like order something you have to like pay for it first and I make it and I do it and you understand I don't make.
If I touch your body, make you touch under my short nigga.
And girl, your love don't blind me. I can be like Papa Fryo. If I come in sachet.
Okay, I started the business in 2016. I started the business as when I started, it wasn't a laptop bag. It wasn't a leather bag business. I started with making Ankara bags. I started with making Ankara bags by, cutting my mom's old wrappers or cutting my old wrappers and just like trying to learn and to be perfect. But what inspired me in coming into this line of business was when I finished my NYC in 2016. 2015 rather. I was searching for a job for a long time, and I didn't guess at that moment. I mean, I think it was that period where the economy was really bad, and I was like, you know what, I should do something for myself. I should learn a skill. I should do something. I should learn handiwork. I should go into business. Then I started to think that what can I do that is different, that is not market saturated, that is different from what everybody else is doing. Because if I'm going to do a business, I don't want to go into what everybody else is doing. So I thought about it. Then naturally, I like bags. I like new bags. I like cute bags. And what I noticed was that the kind of bags I like, they are not made in Nigeria. They are the high-end designer bags, like the Gucci bags, the Louis Vuitton, and the likes. And to get that class and that quality of Nigeria is very difficult. So I just thought to myself, like, I don't want a mass production bag or some bag they just imported from China or something everybody can just make and everything. I wanted something different, something that and it's also affordable because this kind of bags I like, they are not affordable at all, as we all know. Like they are really expensive. You want to buy a Gucci bag, you want to buy a Hermes, you want to buy there's this bag that everybody talks about now, like that I mean it's like millions of naira. It's under the Hermes collection also, but anyway, so I wanted something that is in that quality or a nice quality, very close, but it's affordable. So I then started to think, how about I learn how to make them or produce them? So I didn't learn how to like import or all that like every other person was learning. I learned how to make them, and so I went around trying to see how I can learn. I went to about 3 places or thereabouts, and by the third place, able to get a proper like learning about how to make bags. I started making them. So when I started with purses, I started with cara bags, I started with like bags, because at that moment, okay, I don't want to feel free to call me anytime
No
because
problem,
I
no
might go into
problem. No problem.
another topic and all that. So anyway, I started with Ankara bags and I was making purses then. And I was also making this kind of bags where there are a lot of cartoons on them. If you scroll down my page to the last year, like maybe when I first started, you will notice the difference in the bag system. So then I was making designs that are cartoonish, they're like Ankara. I was in that space. I liked that kind of bag. I was only making bags that I liked, that I would enjoy. You understand? I wasn't thinking of, oh, would people like this kind of bags? So I was making them and it was just what I liked or what my friends liked or, some other people would like. That's the thing about business. You make something that is not generally accepted.
Def-
There are still some people that will like
True, very
and
true.
want to go into it and everything. So yeah, so that's what I started with. That was my most of 2016, 2017. Usually my experimental year. And I'm really happy I went into that line of business.
If I come in sachet, you go carry my embryo.
Carry me go where I don't know. Pass my bolo.
Aspect was very it was important because when I started, I if I want to buy leather bags or if I want to buy, material bags or all these things, leathers, the material itself, they were expensive. And I didn't have that capital. What I wanted to go into at the beginning, I wanted to go into wholesale. I wasn't interested in being the end user. I wasn't interested in being consumer. I wanted to produce for people that sell. That was my vision. So, of course, that would cost a lot because there's no way like you want to produce 100 bags, 50 bags. You need a proper capital to do that. And honestly, I didn't have that, and it was really it's that was one challenge I had because I feel like if I had that, I would have moved across the ladder really faster than I did. You understand? I would have moved faster than I did because, but I looked for a way around it. What I started to do was I started to like do a pre-order, a solution called pre-order where if you wanted like order something, you have to like pay for it first,
before it
and I
comes.
make and I do, and you understand, I don't make in bulk down because that would cost a whole lot. Because so that was the solution I had then. So yeah, financial in the financial aspect, it was a really big deal. Yeah.
Thank you so much for that
Know your body cool my pressure, body cool my pressure. Carry me go where I don't know. Touch
Challenge I faced was actually one major challenge I faced at the beginning was I wasn't able to get someone I could learn from. I wasn't able to get it. Someone I was doing a lot of watching of YouTubes, watching of all that to be able to stay, on top of my game. Because me, when I was making the bags, of course I was making nice bags as at then. I mean, I have a couple of bags that I made then and I still use. You understand? But they weren't as good as what I was looking at, my vision, what I was thinking of, where I was going to. So another challenge was that, and also the fact that I also couldn't get people to teach me a lot. I had to go everywhere, and you see people that are so good, and they are calling like some set of, the thing about people is once they say you should teach them, they think you want to steal from them, you want to outshine,
True.
or you want to come and collect their shine and all that, and they don't know the importance of collaboration and partnerships. Yeah, like so even the person I learned from that I'm even this good or as good as I ought to be was she didn't even teach me the major things like that. She just gave me a crash course. So these are the issues. That was like my number one issue. If I had a mentor or someone that held my hand and told me, "Oh, this is how it ought to be, this is honestly, I feel like I wouldn't have to have had to navigate all this that I navigated by myself. It was like I'm glad I figured it out on my own anyway. But if I did it, I had someone that taught me and held my hand should have been greater and all that. And secondly, another challenge I had was having to source for materials. Now, if you are conversant with bag materials, they're almost the same thing as how you make shoes. And if you look at those shoe materials, those bag, they are very heavy
Heavy.
and they are very yeah, and they are very bulky. Something you can just wrap somewhere. And so at the beginning, I had to be going to the market at least 3 times a week,
Wow.
and then I was carrying these heavy things on my head. And of course, I just started in life. Then I'll enter keke, whatever. I'll carry my loads. I might have to because nobody wants to beside me. I have to take the whole pay for the whole keke and everything. Just take me to that, and people will just be looking at me. "Ah, why is this girl? Or why is this carrying this big thing on her head? Like this fine girl. Sorry, oh, well done." And that kind of thing. So people were always just saying that, or people are always making funny comment. You be shoemaker or that kind of thing because a lot of people don't know that they make bags with that same thing. People know they make bags with shoes, they make that thing, they make shoes with that stuff, but they don't know that they make bags with it also. So people were always like passing that kind of comments to me, but I think it was a really it was a challenge because having to carry that, go home, make it, then have another customer tell me that, oh, this is not what I want. It's something else I wanted. Then I have to go back again. So it was a big challenge, honestly. But how I was able to navigate it now is I have like people that do that for me now. Like I don't have to go through all that stress like anymore. But it was a really big challenge. It was one of the things I almost like stopped doing it for a while because the thought of, oh, I have to go to this market again. And market is not, it's not, it's even motion. It's not like one market where things are easy. It's like a very like rough market, So that was my number two challenge. And I think, sorry, feel free to bump
No problem.
in
Please
whenever
go on.
you
Please go on.
want. Yeah, so I think my number three challenge was I shouldn't be saying this, but maybe let's continue, Sha.
No, you can say it. You can say it. You can say it.
I think okay, so my number three challenge has to be how do I put it? Support. Like I didn't like will I say I got enough support. I got support from people, but I didn't get um support from who I wanted support from the most at that moment. So it was really discouraging. So but I'll talk more about it.
I go lose your body, cool my pressure. Body, cool my pressure.
Poema, you reset my preset.
Um, Friendship and relationship is important, but also I also think it's overrated. I believe like it's two ways. I believe you can look at it in both ways. If you want to do something, do it. You don't look at oh I need my friend is not patronizing me. My friend is patronizing my competitor. That's like a motivation for you to work harder or work better. I've never seen it as something that I would now keep malice with such friends that, oh, wow, you didn't buy this thing for me. I've had friends at the beginning, then I used to complain that the people around me didn't want to patronize my bag. They always just wanted me to gift it to them. That was an issue. But I did if I had to. Sometimes I just do. If I had a spare one. I mean, that's how I was. But some people wouldn't take that. Like, you didn't buy for me and you want me to give you. At least you buy one or two first, then I'm not thinking of giving you or something. But, there are friends that just do that. They don't try to say, oh, let me buy it from Okwese. Let me buy this. And they are quick to say, oh, dash me this one now, dash me that now and all. So yeah, there's that. But the good thing is you're not meant to look at that kind of that shouldn't demotivate you at all. That should actually make you be better and make you like be all that.
Girl, this your back in a asset, oh. Come make you spend on my house rent, oh. Say this your body in a project, oh. Whoa, whoa, Malija.
Well, yeah, I have had more than one aha moment, honestly. Yeah, but yeah, the magazine feature was one of my aha moments because it's things like this that make you motivated. Sometimes you might just feel like you are just doing the same thing over and over and the same results, but you don't know who is looking, you don't know who is watching you. So it's people when people actually reach out to you, people like when Genevieve like reach out, like that's when you know that oh, okay, I'm actually okay, people are actually seeing me, people are actually watching me, and it makes you buckle up more. You understand? Like it makes you sit up more and oh, okay. So yeah, that was one of my aha moments. I had a few other ones where people reaching out to me, or but me, I'm a more money person. I'm a money person more than publicity person. That's the issue, and I feel like maybe if I had focused on publicity early enough, I would have. I'm more of a money person, so most of my aha moments stemmed from when I made a certain amount of money, like instead of a certain
Events.
public or events that I had to join. So yeah, I had a very few of them, and yeah.
Thank you so much.
I want Patamishi, oh, carry calamity, oh. Come to me, I want your
Well, my logistics, my accounting, in terms of logistics, because logistics and accounting are two different things. So I would have to like take them separately. In terms of logistics, I had people doing that for me. Like I had partnerships with logistics companies. I had partnerships with logistics companies that were doing my deliveries, nationwide deliveries, international deliveries. And I also had actually there was a time I tried to get a personal bike a couple of times. That was I think I need to talk about this. Um, Back in 2018, I got a bike. I was like, you know what? I want because I was just tired of how logistics people were dealing with me at that time. I was like, I'm going to have one designated to me, and I'm going to start a logistics company. And when I started it, it was going well for a few moments, and it was, and until there was this tragedy that happened, and my bike, the person I employed had a drastic accident, and I mean, like, I was like, okay, while he was getting better, I gave someone else the bike to just run the remaining errands so that um we can continue. And the person I gave my bike to, I didn't give him the proper training. I didn't vet him properly. I didn't check his, I didn't check his house, where he came from and all that. And when he delivered all my bags, he just disappeared with the bike.
Wow.
Yeah, so it just disappeared with the bike, and I didn't see him again. Like I was so sad. I was so depressed. That was a very huge blow for me and my business. That was 2017. I remember it vividly. It's because we are talking about logistics. I remember it was a very people need to know that as entrepreneurs, everything can be rosy. In short, things are rosy not half the time. It's less than half the time things are rosy, but you have to just keep on like pushing. So, but right now, since then, I just focus on partnering with other logistics company that help me with my business. So yeah, that's for logistics. For accounting, I do my accounting myself. I try to do it. I have a inventory. I have all that where I record my profits.
Carry me go where I don't know. Pass my polo, your body cool my pressure. Body cool my pressure. Carry me go where I don't know.